there, and welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm Kathy, and this is Grace Over Guilt Leadership and Wellness Collaborative, a space for healing, growth, and transformation. If you've ever felt stuck in a season of grief, burnout, or transition, wondering, where do I go from here? You are absolutely in the right place. In our last video, I introduced you to Grace Over Guilt Leadership and Wellness Collaborative. And today, I want to take a deeper dive into what we do and how we support people like you. Healing isn't just about one thing. It's about the whole person. It's about navigating grief, taking care of your mental and emotional well-being, growing in confidence and leadership, and stepping into the life you're meant to live. That's why we focus on 4 key pillars of support, and I'm so excited to share them with you today. Let's start with the one that's probably the hardest to talk about: grief. Grief is one of those things we all experience, yet so many of us feel completely unprepared when it comes time to deal with it. Maybe that's because our culture doesn't talk about grief in a real way. We hear things like time heals all wounds or stay strong and keep busy. But the reality is, grief doesn't work that way. At Grace Over Guilt, we know that grief isn't just about losing a loved one. Grief can come from the end of a long-term relationship or marriage, a career change that feels like losing a part of your identity, a major life transition like becoming an empty nester or moving to a new city, even losing a dream or the life you thought you'd have. There are actually over 40 types of losses we can experience in a lifetime. And here's something else that might surprise you. Grief isn't just sadness. It can show up as irritability, exhaustion, difficulty focusing, or even feeling numb. That's why we offer grief recovery programs to help people process their grief in a safe, healthy, and actionable way. If you've ever felt like your emotional pain is too much or that no one understands, I want you to hear me. You are not alone in this, and healing is possible. Now let's talk about wellness, because let's be honest, as women, we are so good at taking care of everyone but ourselves. How many times have you pushed through exhaustion because you didn't want to let anyone down? How many times have you felt guilty for saying no? At Grace Over Guilt, we flip that mindset. We help women prioritize self-care without guilt, set boundaries that actually stick, and learn to rest without feeling unproductive. Here's the truth. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. So if you've been feeling burnt out, stretched too thin, or just disconnected from yourself, this is your invitation to start putting yourself back on your priority list. Let's talk about career transitions, because change can be really hard, even when it's something we want. Have you ever found yourself feeling stuck in a job, but afraid to make a move? Or maybe you've already made a career change, but now you're second guessing yourself. Career transitions can bring a lot of uncertainty and, honestly, a lot of grief. At Grace Over Guilt, we support women in all stages of their careers, helping them navigate career changes with confidence, overcome imposter syndrome, because let's be real, we all face it at some point. We also help you find purpose and clarity in your next steps, because you deserve to do work that aligns with who you are, and you don't have to figure it out all alone. The final pillar, and one I'm incredibly passionate about, is leadership and personal growth. So many of us shrink ourselves, whether it's in our careers, relationships, or just in life. We wait to feel ready before stepping into the opportunities right in front of us. But here's the thing. You don't need permission to take up space. You don't need permission to lead. At Grace Over Guilt, we help women find their voice and own their power, overcome self-doubt and the fear of failure, and step into leadership, whether in their workplace, their community, or their personal life. Let me tell you this. You are capable. You are worthy. You are enough right now. So those are the 4 pillars of Grace Over Guilt: grief recovery, health and wellness, career development, and leadership. Everything we do here is to help you heal, grow, and lead without guilt, without shame, and without you feeling like you have to figure it out all alone. If this resonates with you, I'd love for you to subscribe and be a part of our community. And if you're ready to start your journey, head on over to graceoverguilt.org and learn more about our programs. And as always, you are seen, you are loved, and you are not alone. Until next time, take care of your heart and take care of each other.